It's time for the Respective Angle Show with your host.
What is going on, folks? I'm your truly AJ is live over Respective Angle Network. And I'm here once again this Saturday Night Live, and you are locked on to Respective Angle Network, and we on tonight, y'all. We on tonight. Why I say we is because I have a special treat for you guys. She's in the background, y'all. She's in the background. It's been quite some time since I've been trying to summon her, but nevertheless, my partner, my other half, my best friend, my Ace Boon Coon, my superwoman, my everything, and all just wrapped up and run. She's here today. What is going on? The other half of the Respective Angle Network, yes, the Respective Angle Network, respectfully, is definitely a platform where we have come together and we have we are now, getting stuff together. And I've been begging her for quite some time now. Let me just add her to the stage. Round of applause, y'all, for AJ. AJ is on the program.
Hey y'all.
And for quite some time, I've been, begging her to come on the platform and let's, get this thing started all over again. And now we have, and I'm excited that we're back on, and we got some things to talk about, some topics to discuss. Nonetheless, we do have some topics to discuss, as I feel is very important, because there's a lot of things that's been going on for the past couple of weeks on social media, and I was just overwhelmed, like, yo, what is going on here? And the past couple of weeks I've been paying attention to a story that has been going all across social media, and I didn't know that it would actually evolve or blow up to a certain magnitude, right? For the past month or so, I believe, the better half of the month of November into December, I've been hearing ever so often about this whole Diddy situation, Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy this, Diddy that, but not really paying attention to what is going on with Diddy, right? So, where my manners? Round of applause again for the other half of the live stream, the other half of the Respective Angle Network, and that is yours truly, AJ. AJ, what's going on?
Not much. I am here. Glad to be here. Yes, it has been a minute. Hey y'all, what's going on? Yes, but this has been a topic that we've been discussing or been hearing about for the past, what you say, about a month or so, about Diddy and his ex-lover, Cassie. And wow, it's a lot that I didn't even know myself until I started reading it. So I was just like, oh my, I didn't even know. You can kind of tell certain things by the way people act, but I mean, I didn't know it was to that extent.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, man.
it's very shocking to know how he treated, this young lady, and the things that he has put her through, the abuse, the sexual abuse, the mental, the physical, the emotional, everything that came along with it. It's very sad. I mean, when we watch Making a Band, you used to see Diddy get his little temper on.
Michael's on mute.
And he used to have a little, all right, studio shut down.
Yeah.
And we was going to try to figure out, the studio always got to be shut down every 5 minutes. But we didn't, realize, excuse me, y'all, if y'all hear a little cooing in the background, the brand new baby. I'm trying here. But, yeah, it was, he really did a lot. He will beat her. Why is it not asking me? You gotta mute yourself. On your phone. Just mute it on the phone. Can you hear me now? I hope I didn't say all of that in vain. Oh my. Oh, okay. But I guess I did say it in vain, huh? Well, once again, y'all, I am here, AJ. Yes, it has been a minute. However, I had a lot of things going on in the background, trying to produce a whole new baby. And so that's where AJ was at for the past how many months. So if you hear some cooing in the background, just know it's a brand new baby out here, guys. But yes, as far as Diddy and Cassie, it's been this story has been very tumultuous. The emotional, the physical, the mental abuse that he has given to this young lady from the age of, I believe she met him when she was 19. And it was just a cluster F of just foolishness that he just, like the things that he put this woman through is ridiculous. As I was saying before, we used to hear Diddy on the what was that? What's the show here called? Oh,
Making the band.
Yeah, Making the Band. Where he used to shut down the studio every 5 minutes, and we used to think, why he shut down the studio all the time?
Dylan,
right,
and
Dylan. Poor Dylan didn't even know what the hell he did with his Bubba Cunt, but but it was man, look, it still is not something that we would expect, and it's not just Cassie. It's so much more people that has come out and come forward and said certain things. There's people that's probably in the background that's not going to say certain things, but we know, or we're not going to say we know. It's alleged that it may be true that certain things that he has done to certain people in this industry is not okay. And sometimes I have to ask myself, what do these industry people get out of abusing kids at young ages? Let me say that before we can get into the next topic.
Well, it's three people in the chat right now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section down below. This is Saturday Night Live. You are watching the Respective Angle show with yours truly, AJ is live, and of course my co-host, my wife, my best friend, all that. Okay, Joshy. You're watching us, and we are out right now. We out here right now. We're having this conversation. Yeah, y'all gonna hear the baby in the background for a little bit, but nevertheless, where did you go, AJ? All right, yeah, AJ is going to be coming back very soon. Of course, I just heard the baby just now, but we're continuing the topic of. Hold on one second. Yeah, we're continuing the topic of Tyler Perry and Christian Keys, right? But she had made a valid point. AJ had made a valid point just a while ago, and it's worth discussing. It's worth us actually hearing what you guys have to say about this situation. We want to hear what it is that you have to say on this situation. So, there's 3 of you in the chat right now, and make sure and definitely drop a. What just happened just now? Oh, you're gonna have to come back out and go back in again. Hold on. Click that same link again on your email. So, all right. So we got some court documents, right? We got some court documents that it has everything to do with Tyler Perry and like this whole situation with Tyler Perry and Christian Keys, of course. But this whole entire situation, which Elise was actually giving you AJ was giving you the backstory. This whole entire situation really came and really culminated from the whole Diddy situation. That's where everything really just started from, Cassie and things like that. Oh, there you go. The whole Cassie situation. So I'm gonna allow AJ to come back on and say what it is that she was saying before she was booted out.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, so before, like I said, before we get into the other topic of Christian Keys, because he's grown, and once you are at a grown point and these things happen to you, and then you continuously go back, then we have an issue. And we got to question a few things. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes down to Diddy and him doing these things at a young age to young artists that were now in the upcoming, of course, everybody's gonna look at you because, they looked up to Big, they looked up to Mary J, they looked up to um like like these are people that were signed to Bad Boys, and so who's to say that these people, didn't get certain things, or certain things didn't happen to them, or even maybe Usher, or anybody that's in the up and coming and that might have been younger than Diddy and was now up and coming. You just have to pray for him, because it seemed like Diddy was into a whole bunch of God knows what. Like he was just into some scandalous things and doing the most, pretty much. But what took the cake was, you know, him doing it to Cassie and her outing him, which led to her. How much did she get in her settlement? $1 billion.
What?
Wait, how much did she? Maybe I'm wrong,
I'm about to
guys.
say, because wait a minute.
Oh no, he's a billionaire. Excuse me, guys. How much did she?
I
Did
believe it
she
was to the
get?
tune of $30 million, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe it was $30 million. You guys that are in the chat, if we're incorrect, please correct us right now. But I believe it was to the tune of $30 million. Sure.
Okay, so that's still a lot of money.
It is.
And so the things that she was saying might have been things that he didn't want to come out.
Right.
Because if, he was willing to pay her and there's other people that's coming forward and he probably, not even paying that much mind, he's probably thinking to himself like, okay, so she's been with me for years, and she actually knows the ins and outs of what was going on. He made this girl hire prostitutes to watch, well, to have sex with her, and he sat around and watched and videoed and masturbated and like, what kind of sick?
Depraved individual is that?
Yes. That's no, that's some six. I can't even cuss, but that's, I mean, is shit a bad word? Because that's some sick shit. Seriously, that is sick. Like, I would, and a lot of people that do it because like I said, in this industry, it seems like a lot of artists has gone through things like this, and of course, Cassie is not the first, and she is definitely probably not the last, but it's it just happens over and over and over again. It doesn't have to be in the black community, it doesn't have to be in the white community. It's just all around, and you have to think to yourself, what are you guys gaining by doing the things that you guys are doing and messing up these people's lives?
That is a good question. Like, to be honest with you, when you think about it, like, what are you really gaining? What is it that you're really getting or benefiting out of the situation? It's only personal satisfaction that they're getting out of it when you think about it, right? But moving forward with this topic right here, right? We know the Diddy situation is the hottest topic right now, but there are subtopics that are just coming into, just coming out the woodworks right thereafter. Even with this situation, when you consider this, right? Now we have a different situation that's going on right now. As I said, there were so much different subtopics that just culminated or emanated right after that, right? And this situation now is Christian Keys, a well-known actor, an actor that used to be well-known in the plays that Tyler Perry wrote before he even got into the movies and to the TV networks and stuff like that. Christian Keys was one of the actors that he used to utilize back in the days for his plays, his playwright or his stage plays, right? And Christian Keys I didn't even know this, but Christian Keys is one of the very integral parts of the hit series All the Queen's Men, right? Based off of the book Ladies' Night that he wrote, right? So the situation is that he had came out the other day and said that, basically Me Too, right? Because we have Brashear Gray in the Diddy situation, who, as well as a couple of other people, who has now come out into the forefront and has actually included themselves in the situation with Diddy, right? Saying that they were SA'd by Diddy or groomed to do certain things or specific things with the rapper, right? And not only that, Brashear Gray, that actor, is one of the main actors from Empire, one of the stars of Empire. You might definitely know who that is. He continues to say that he started out with Will Smith. Will Smith was his mentor. And we all know that, Will Smith was, he's not the most kosher actor to be around. There was so much different speculations and assumptions since back in the days, from what's the name of that movie? 6 Degrees of Separation, I believe it was. From that time right there, from those days, there was so many different speculations, especially with Quincy Jones and stuff like that. And he's saying that, you know, he was in bed with Quincy Jones too as well. Apart from that, so going back to Bryshire Gray, he actually was around Will Smith a lot, and apparently Will Smith brought Bryshire to P. Diddy because he wanted to, you know, elevate his musical career. That's what they was running under the guise of. And, you know, when you think about it, most of the artists that has been around P. Diddy, they don't really, how do I put it? They don't really work on their craft or their skill. You don't really see too much of Bad Boy Entertainment's artists like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you really do think back in hindsight, look at YK Osiris. He hasn't had a hit ever, right? He only had one hit, and that was it. It was a hit, and that was it, right? He was supposed to end up under Bad Boy because he was always seen with P. Diddy. Now, knowing that was his little boy toy. Yeah, right? Because throughout the time... Yeah, because throughout the time that he was with P. Diddy, there was no signage of... He was never signed under Bad Boy, right? But nevertheless, he went on vacation with P. Diddy in Jamaica, and they were seen... Yeah, they were seen on massage tables by the beach and stuff like that, you know. And Diddy took a picture of him as if he was the wife and, you know, taking a picture of her husband and stuff like that. But that's how it looked. I'm just saying that's how it looked, though, right? It's all about the optics in these situations. It's all about what things appear to be. It's what it seems to be like, right? The court of public opinion is watching at the end of the day. Like, the court of public opinion is seeing that, listen, yo, we see what's going on. This shit don't look right. Right? Why are you taking a picture of... Exactly. Like, that's your friend. That's supposed to be your man's. Like, that's not supposed to go down. Like, when they are doing on vacation at the beachfront, the two of them have a massage next to each other. Why ain't you have a massage one day and he had a massage the next day? Why would I have to be on the same table? I mean, at the same beach together? Like, come on.
Like a couple.
Yeah, like y'all a couple or something. Man, listen. This music industry is it's very interesting. And, you know, we've all known that there's so much things that's been going on in the background, but it's the magnitude of things that we just didn't know how deep things actually went with these situations. We all heard about the, you know, B2K and the rest of them guys as we grow, and, you know, Jermaine Dupri and Chris Stokes, and you got Chris Cross and them, and, you know what I'm saying? And all these guys were saying back in the days, yo.
Oh no, Chris Stokes was the predator.
Right. You got Chris Cross and stuff like that. And all these guys were saying back in the days, like, yo, these guys in this music industry, they trying to do some things, right? They're doing some things that are unsavory. And now here we go. Now we fast forward to this actor, Christian Keys, who he actually came out the other day on his live stream. He had a live, and I guess he said to himself that he had enough. Because Cassie, you know, she sparked off the whole Diddy scene, the whole Diddy case, and she's turned over. I heard the other day she has turned over some recordings and some evidence to the feds and stuff like that. Even Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, why would Kim Porter need a burner phone?
Yeah, everybody speculated that he done fuse.
Unalived. It's alleged. It is alleged.
He took her whole life because there was nothing really wrong with her. But of course, certain things cannot be, I guess, spoken about. But I didn't believe. I did not believe in them twins that he done had there with that beautiful young lady. Now they gotta suffer without their mom, and now they gotta post up in memory of her instead of actually being around with her because Diddy is who he is. That sucks. I guess anybody who touches Diddy, they may not last too long. Of course, Biggie. Jeez.
Well, in Biggie's situation, Biggie was he was on his way out, and that was his cash cow. So we can't really even say that, you know.
I wouldn't put it past him that he did hire somebody to get him.
It's alleged. It's alleged. It is alleged.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm not. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Nobody sending nobody out to me. You know, I am not saying that that's what he did. What I am saying at the end of the day is, I don't know. I don't know because I didn't see. That's what the speculations are. That's what people have been saying.
Yeah, that's what people have been saying for years. Mm-hmm.
What I like to deal with is facts. Now, when you can give me a court document and I can read that court document and see in its entirety exactly what that situation was, well, yes, that's what I was saying. When it is facts are facts, you got to show me things on documents. You have to show me things on black and white. I want to see what it is that's there on paper. Not speculations, not assumptions, not what you think happened, what you believe happened. I want actual factuals. I want to be able to read on paper the facts of a situation. If somebody's alleged to be suing somebody, that's hearsay. If somebody says that I think somebody's being sued or I think something happened, that's your thoughts, that's your opinions, that's what you think. But when it comes down to facts and it comes down to situations as of this magnitude, yeah, you guys to prove this to me, because yeah, we have Christian Keys who came out the other day and he felt an empty to come out and tell his partial story, I can say, because it wasn't the whole entire story. It was a partial story because the entirety of his story has all the details in it. Like all the details. You've given me names, dates, times of occurrences, all of that. That's what I want to see. And for right now, as it stands, I am not saying that I don't sympathize with the victims of SA. But what I am saying is when it is a situation of SA, I'm able to see court documents, facts, recordings, video, pictures, whatever, that allows me to be able to determine that, this thing actually went down. This thing actually went down. This is a situation here. But speculation is what actually runs through the internet. A lot of people, they speculate, right? They speculate so much so that they don't get the facts. A lot of people on YouTube, they speculate. A lot of people on YouTube, they do the hearsay and he say, she say, and, this one is actually going off of this one's reporting and this one's, referring off of this one's reporting. And, those facts don't have to always be correct, right? And it can be a plethora of people reporting on the same situation based on one person who doesn't have all the information. For that one person, the rest of the 9 or 10 people are going to be moving off of misinformation and disinformation based off of things that was not proven to be a fact, right? So what I did was I scoured the planet, I scoured Pacer, and I was looking to see if there's any potential, if there's any potential cases that is present, right, in terms of as it relates to Tyler Perry and Christian Keys. And as I was saying, he did a live the other day, and in partial detail, he gave us, a little tidbit of what he was going through in the industry with this particular person. And what he was actually saying was that in these series of situations, he always carries a recording pen with him, a pen that can record, voices and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a camera recorder, but as far as I know, it's audio. And he said that this particular individual is a person of influence, is a person that, from the time you hear this person's voice, you can identify who this person is. And he goes on to, give us more details, surrounding details, not in-depth details, but surrounding details of what this person did to him, right? Not giving us any names at the end of the day. And with that being said, everyone was speculating because he did mention that it was his mentor. So there are court documents, of course. There are court documents that is out there right now with these two individuals, Tyler Perry and Christian Keys. But before I do that, what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts, AJ? Give me a rundown on what you thought about the situation. Give me a synopsis on what you have learned so far.
Well, you pretty much kind of covered it, but I'm thinking about like everybody else. I'm only hoping that it's not poor Tyler, but I don't know. It's kind of seeming like it. He done said that he was I believe it was blackballed after. Or after a while he wasn't doing more like plays, or he didn't get much shows, I guess, until he had the hit of All the Queen's Men. But I'm just only wondering, like, why now come out and say, well, me too, after you've been like it happened to you. It wasn't like it happened when you were like a younger guy, or you were not in your teens, you were not like 10, you were a grown guy. And excuse me, guys. Even after the situation happened, you still went back and still kind of dip your foot back into partnering up or being around this person. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of half and half, but I am actually waiting to see when he's going to put out these court documents or videos or whatever proof that he has as far as who this person is. I want to hear this voice. He actually went on what is this? He went on his own page, I believe, and he wrote a post stating that, I guess the comments and the backlash that he's getting is the reason why a lot of guys don't out themselves when things like this happen. And I understand, like, abuse is nothing to play with, and it's very embarrassing when it does happen. So a lot of times people don't want to say, well, this happened or whatever the case may be, but it kind of makes you look, it kind of makes you side eye the person that's saying me too, because you had to wait until one person said something in order for you to now say, well, this is what happened to me. If something happened to you and it was something that was traumatizing and you felt like, I need to maybe speak up, or, this was pissing, because clearly it's been pissing him off, and he's been, let's say, he had it up in his craw for this person, I guess, and he couldn't wait to get it off his chest. And so, I guess after the whole thing with Diddy came out, he was like, oh, this is the perfect time to say something. But, you know, it just kind of questions why now. So I'm like everybody else. I'm waiting in the background to make sure, to see like who this person is. I want to hear this recording. And, he done said that. A lot of people done said it in the comments who this person actually is. But again, it's all speculation.
Oh, wait a minute. He says a lot of people in the comments already said who this person is.
Yes, but he still has not said who this person is.
So was he trying to be sarcastic, or was he being like literal?
Well, this is a post that he wrote. So
you can't predetermine a post, right? You can't really predetermine what people really feel and how they feel
by a post.
Like not by words. So I get that.
So he never came off a video. He just, but obviously he wrote it in his own, I guess, his own words. So unless he has a publicist that's writing his posts.
See, my whole thing is I don't understand how it is that. So you're saying that there's a lot of people that actually said the name. A lot of people that said names was Tyler Perry. That's what a lot of people are actually saying. I'm not sure if it's in his. It was after his post. It was.
I believe. I'm not even sure. I don't know if it's the video that he made where people were now commenting about the situation, or if, because I believe that's the only video that he posted. I'm not sure if there's another one.
Okay, yeah, that was the only video. All right, so what I'm going to do is, there's a court document right now, and we're going to get that on the screen quick fast. There's a court document that actually shows, there's a court document that actually shows a case, right? There are 3 of you in the chat so far. Please hit the like button and drop your comments down below. But there's a court document right now that doesn't put the 2 of them against each other, but they put the 2 of them as defendants, right? So it's kind of mind blowing to me that this is what's going on, but yet still they are co-defendants in the case. But nevertheless, he's saying, or whoever it is, his publicist or whoever it is, saying that a lot of people actually said the name in the chat. I mean, underneath the post. So how much? All right, so it's only one name that a lot of people has been calling or speculating, or assuming, allegedly, respectfully.
Right. Right.
Allegedly.
Because honestly, that's pretty much the name that everybody can come up with. You talk about a mentor, you talk about,
he's the only one that's been associated with Tyler Perry. Like, he's the only one. Well, Tyler Perry is the only producer that we know Christian Keys to be working for. Before that, I haven't seen him. I know I've seen him. The first time I've seen him he was in the play, with Tyler Perry, and that was Madea Goes to Jail. That was the first time I ever saw him as an actor. Period. I didn't see him on any other. I didn't see him on any other movies, but he probably did feature in other movies. But at the end of the day, I never really knew who he was until he,
Tyler Perry.
Made the forefront in Tyler Perry.
It could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I got to pick it up where she left off. Well, yes. So he was saying that, Tyler Perry is his mentor, right? And, well, no, I didn't say that. Matter of fact, no, that's not what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He said that Tyler Perry was his mentor. Oh, yeah. He was saying that the person that he was mentioning or referring to was a mentor of his, right? So, I can see Tyler Perry in the mentoring position. I can see that. I can definitely see him. Right. He came from nothing, and as a result of that, people that are coming up underneath him, he would be that person that would mentor you. You get what I'm saying? Now, I clearly understand that, but nevertheless, there is a court case. There is a court document right now that's out right now. But as I said, it does not implicate the two, or it doesn't pit the two against each other. But nevertheless, this court case is out of Atlanta, Georgia. It was filed on the 30th of November, which was last month, close to a month ago. And it was filed in the U.S. District Court of the Northern District, the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of Georgia, Atlanta Division, right? And the violation or complaint was filed underneath the title 17 USC 501, and that's copyright infringement. And the person that actually filed the complaint, the plaintiff, was a person by the name of Larry Lamont Ledford, right? And this complaint was filed as a result of All the Queen's Men. All the Queen's Men is a show that's on BT Plus that Tyler Perry is the producer of, and Christian Keys is the licensor of that particular show. All right, so I don't know, but that's the only court documents that is on Pacer right now that's public. If there were any other court documents, I would have been able to find them, but that's the only one that is there right now pertaining to these two individuals. There she is. There she goes. All right. Yeah. As it relates to these two individuals, Christian Keys and Tyler Perry.
Well, wouldn't that be weird? We're in a case together and we co-defendants, but now I gotta sue you because I felt some type of way about that's weird.
That's what I don't know. I don't know how that works. Like, really and truly, I don't know how that works out. But it is separate courts. You can be suing someone and at the same time be a co-defendant in another case, because that is a business venture that you two are involved in. So it is a possibility that, you can be suing the same individual that you're a co-defendant for. Because with this situation right here, this situation is, as I said, it was based on a book that Christian Keys wrote, but Larry Lamont Ledford is stating that he is the actual author, or the ideas came from him, as it relates to the book and the show, right? And these documents right here that we're about to look through, they're about to sift through quick fast, has all the details about this specific case, right? And as I said again, it was filed on the 30th of November, and the complainant's name, the plaintiff's name is Larry Lamont Ledford versus Tyler Perry Studios versus Christian Keys, and as well as the law office of Dana Thomas Cook, right? So we have three defendants in this situation: Tyler Perry, Christian Keys, and Dana Cook, who is also a lawyer, right? And the jurisdiction and the venue, this court has jurisdiction over the subject matter and parties pursuant to 28 USC section 1331. As this case involves questions of federal law, this case also has jurisdiction pursuant to 28 USC section 1343 because plaintiff seeks, who is Larry Lamont Bedford, plaintiff seeks damages for violations of his exclusive copyrights pertaining to his fictional character of his story, Trappin'. So what he's trying to say is that Christian Keys just practically took the story that Lamont wrote, which is Trappin', and turned it into Ladies' Night, and which is a derivative of, well, no, Ladies' Night is a derivative. No, sorry.
All the Queen's Men.
All the Queen's Men, which is a derivative of the Ladies' Night, the book. Right.
So Christian Keys is over here plagiarizing.
All right. So read that in this, right? And it says the venue is proper in and defendants are subject to the personal jurisdictions of this court because defendants maintain facilities and business operations in this district, which is the District of Atlanta, Georgia, right? All or most of the events rise to this action occurred in this district, 28 USC section 1391, 42 USC section whatever. All right, so let's get into the complaint. All right, the complaint. And we're gonna run through this really quick because I'm a quick reader. The basis of this complaint alleges that the above named defendants have engaged in a scheme to deprive the plaintiff of his exclusive rights of his entitled works, Trappin', without this consent and permission has reproduced his work and is now profiting from its illegal act of infringement. The alleged work entitled All the Queen's Men is a derivative, as I said earlier, work based off of the book by Christian Keys entitled Ladies' Night. The derivative was created on or about 2019, closer to 2020, and released on September 9, 2021. Plaintiff is alleging that the derivative work of the defendant's fictional character of All the Queen's Men bears substantial similarity to his protected creative expression via his fictional character that is depicted in his story, Trappin'. All right. So what he's saying that there's a character that was taken out of that story, Trappin', and that storyline that was in that particular book, Christian Keys then took that out of there and made a derivative of Ladies' Night and as well as All the Queen's Men, right? All right. So briefly, the plaintiff's story was to be pitched as a franchise series that has a two-part storyline for potential spin-off opportunities. One part is about four coming to age teenagers who has gained national attention as a rap artist, which is Trappin', and the second part and the central focus of the story centers around their childhood friend who has started the largest gentleman club in Atlanta, which of course is All the Queen's Men, and the United States operating her strip club called Black Pearl Entertainment. Tammy Mucha Johnson is considered to be the most feared woman in the entertainment industry. She is protected by her female chief of security, Bridget, who is trained in all firearms as well as martial arts. She's consistently by Tammy Johnson's side 24/7. In the defendant's derivative work, All the Queen's Men, we'll discover that the story main fictional character Marilyn Madame DeVille, aka Madame, played by the actress and model Eva Marcel.
This sounds exactly like All the Queen's Men, because I watched it. I should know.
Right. Who runs and operates the largest strip club in Atlanta, Atlanta, GA, called Club Eden. She's considered to be a boss of boss and very dangerous. She is protected by a female chief of security, Blue, who is constantly by her side. Setting in Atlanta. Shooting location, large strip club.
Yeah.
Character similarity. The story is identical and is substantially similarity in concept and feel. All right. C. Roth reading card versus greeting cards versus United States. So they refer to a precedent-setting case that had that case entailed similarities in in that case where I guess the plaintiff actually won damages in that case. Now, in defendant Christian Key's book, Ladies' Night, the main fictional prison, he soon finds work at a nightclub located in Englewood, California called Eden, ran by a character by the name of Mary Fox. This book was completed in 2013, 2014. Again, Atlanta was not mentioned as a setting or location, very critical as it relates to this infringement lawsuit. The absence of one of the main characters that protects Madam was not in his book of Ladies' Night, Female Chief of Security Blue, giving the impressions that my work was copied and then altered to make their series. This proves substantial similarity in my prima facie case. Plaintiff is the owner of the copyrights and has therefore pursued his constitutional right to file this lawsuit in federal court. All right, this is the defendant's state of claim. Law Office of Diane, that's the defendant's, Diane Thomas LLC office presides on 1100 Peachtree Street. Why does Peachtree... Everybody on Peachtree Street in Atlanta or what?
Yeah, that's the street to be on.
Peachtree.
Peachtree.
All right. Okay. Okay, so defendant state of claim, Law Office of Diane Thomas LLC office presides on 1100 Peachtree Street, Northeast Suite 250, Atlanta, Georgia, where she practices in the field of entertainment and trademark law. That's how she gets tied into this situation. So if you were wondering who is Diane Thomas LLC, that would happen to be the person who copyrighted All the Queen's Men, and I'm pretty sure the book that Christian Keys wrote, that is a derivative of All the Queen's Men, right? And on or about November 7, 2018, plaintiff contracted entertainment law firm Dana Thomas Cook LLC spoke to her via a 30-minute phone consultation and told her I was looking for help to get my original story out for production consideration. She advised me before she commits to any project, she must review the material and therefore instructed to forward them via email. She gave me her word that it would be confidential. So I followed her instructions and respectfully emailed them to her office. I waited 1 week and then I began to follow up with her. On November 13, 2018, I emailed Ms. Thomas regarding the requested material I sent her. She told me she haven't had any time to review them. 2 months went by and never heard from her since. It is now nearly 2020 when Tyler Perry Studios was about to release a new television series entitled All the Queen's Men. Then I read their synopsis and knew that the defendant law office of Diana Thomas had leaked my confidential material I had submitted. The elements were there as well as my protected creative expression, thus provoking an infringement. Plaintiff is claiming that according to the defendant's bio, she has a working business relationship with BET that streams the infringing derivative work, All the Queen's Men, used her position as an entertainment lawyer to gain access to Tyler Perry Studios, who also has a 25% stake with this streaming company, and allegedly submitted my confidential material. As a result of this unauthorized leak, Tyler Perry Studios in 2019 begins the infringement development as well as the production of the derivative work, All the Queen's Men. Shortly thereafter, plaintiff had submitted his television series project to defendant law office of Dana Thomas Cook, thus triggering cause of action under Title 17, Copyright Act of 1976, also violating Title 17 U.S. Code under exclusive rights statute. When an infringer infringes of the rights of a copyright holder, relief can be sought in a court of law. She ignored plaintiff's copyright notices that were affixed to the material that was submitted to her, as well as disregarding her confidentially promise to a prospective client. Without the express written permission to the plaintiff, Dana Thomas allegedly and unlawfully leaked my material through a third party, that being Tyler Perry Studios. On September 9, 2021, BT Plus began to stream the derivative All the Queen's Men, thus infringing on plaintiff's copyright work, Trappin'. Based off her hardship, plaintiff has elected for relief under this Title 17, Title 17 U.S. Code 504C statutory damages, as well as punitive damage at the court discretion. Since this was a blatant disregard of the plaintiff's exclusive right, he is seeking the maximum relief regarding statutory damages. I believe that the facts stated in these particular of claims are true sufficient. Now, Tyler Perry's defendant's state of claim. Tyler Perry Studios resides on 1 Tyler Perry Studios Way, his own place, Atlanta, GA. Tyler Perry Studios is a licensed corporation for profit. This is a corporation produces, develops content for television via streaming platforms. As mentioned in the above statement of claim regarding the law office of Dana Thomas, LLC, defendant Tyler Perry was allegedly given plaintiff's confidential material and allegedly began without the authorization by the plaintiff to reproduce, develop, and distribute plaintiff's protected creative expression via streaming. Plaintiff is claiming after the alleged leak of his television series Trappin' in 2019 is the year Tyler Perry Studios began the infringement, development, production of All the Queen's Men. After the purported misappropriated manipulation of the plaintiff's literary work, it is when they created and derivative work, All the Queen's Men. After the completion, defendant Tyler Perry Studios registered the infringing work June of 2020. Plaintiff is claiming All the Queen's Men was created in 2019, copyrighted in 2020. Plaintiff work received his copyrights in October 2018. Once plaintiff received his copyrights, it was the following month that he reached out to defendant law office of Dana Thomas. Tyler Perry Studios are reaping financial benefits by distributing the infringing work to multiple streaming platforms. Thus far, 48 copies has been distributed to 8 streaming platforms, making it a total of 384 copies, without the express written permission of the copyright holder Larry Lamont Ledford. Tyler Perry Studios, under Title 17, has knowingly and willfully committed copyright infringement and violating Title 17 U.S. Code 106 under exclusive rights statutes. Defendants Tyler Perry Studios also ignored the copyright notices that were affixed to the alleged leaked material and allegedly replaced it with a new one under All the Queen's Men for copyright. Registration. Tyler Perry Studios has inflicted irreparable mental and economic harm to the plaintiff as well as to his family. As such, plaintiff is entitled for relief in the form of statutory damages under the Title 17 U.S. Code 504 for remedies. Plaintiff has elected for maximum statutory damages since this was a willful act for all copies that were submitted to the various streaming platform. Lastly, plaintiff is asking the court for further sanctions, including but not limited to punitive damages and injunction relief as a whole. Relief sought for injunction is to order defendant to halt the continued production of the television series until such remedies has been settled. I believe that the facts stated in these particular of claims are true and sufficient. All right, Christian Keys. Christian Keys has not listed any physical address. He's an American actor and writer and the author of Ladies' Night. Place of employment currently is Tyler Perry Studios. Place of current employment, guys. Place of current employment. This is where he's currently employed. You see what I'm saying? So if he's currently employed there, I find it hard that he's suing his employer. Now, it's not good to speculate. It's not good to speculate. But I find it very strange that it says that he's currently employed. Right? It's right here. Place of employment currently is Tyler Perry Studios. Plaintiff is claiming that once Tyler Perry Studios allegedly received the leaked material from defendant law office of Dana Thomas LLC, Tyler Perry Studios allegedly used defendant Christian Key's novel Ladies' Night, which was published in 2014, to cancel the infringement by creating a derivative, All the Queen's Men, and illegally used plaintiff protected creative expression as their derivative work. A derivative work that, quite frankly, was created in the year 2019, 5 years after the publication of Key's novel, and registered it for copyright June of 2020. Now, copyright protection of the derivative works under the copyrights of 1976. There are two ways the derivative rights are protected under copyright law. First, the derivative work has protection under copyright of original work. Copyright protection for the owner of the original copyright for the original work. Copyright protection for the owner of the original copyright extends to derivative works. This means that the copyright owner of the original work also owns the rights to the derivative works. Therefore, the owner of the copyright, the original work, may bring a copyright infringement lawsuit against someone who creates a derivative without permission. Second, the derivative work itself has a copyright protection. The creator of the derivative work owns the copyright to the derivative work. This can either be the creator of the original work or someone else who has obtained a derivative work license, the holder of the original copyright. Now, the copyright of a derivative work is separate from the copyright to the original work. Therefore, if the copyright holder gives someone a license to create a derivative work, the holder retains the copyright to the original work. In other words, only the derivative rights are being licensed. Defendant Christian Key's, Tyler Perry Studios, and the law offices of Dana Thomas Cook did not seek out the express written permission to begin altering and producing the derivative work of All the Queen's Men. It was a nefarious act, to say the least. Defendant Christian Key's has been promoting this derivative work, All the Queen's Men, and is claiming that he is the sole creator of this literary work. What he is doing is making false representation and is misleading audience through social media and blogs. By admitting he is the creator of this work, he is complicit, and he also is therefore liable for the lawsuit that has been issued. By his conduct, defendant Christian Key's has done irreparable economic and mental damages to the plaintiff, as well as to his family. Relief is sought in the following: by violating Title 17 U.S. Code 501, copyright infringement statutes, and Title 17 U.S. Code 106 via exclusive rights. Relief can be sought and should granted to ask the court for relief for maximum statutory damages, as well as punitive copyright damages at the discretion of the court for willful intent and neglecting the plaintiff's copyright notice that were affixed to his leaked television series Trapping. Also, defendant Christian Key's also ignored the copyright notices that were affixed to the leaked material and replaced it with a new one under All the Queen's Men. As mentioned above, statement of claim, total copies created are 48, and they were distributed to 8 streaming platforms, making a total of 384 copies under Title 17504 statutory damages. If the infringement was willful, the court can at its discretion order relief of $150 million per infringement work. I believe that the facts stated in these particular of claims are true and sufficient. Wow, this is a long read, right? So we have it here that so far we understand in this case, this particular case, that Tyler Perry created a derivative off of Christian Key's book Ladies' Night. right? But this guy, Larry Lamont Ledford, he's trying to say otherwise. He's trying to say, yo, listen, man, y'all took my damn stuff. But what I'm saying is, if he is currently employed, right now, currently employed in the Tyler Perry Studios, Christian Keys, then I highly doubt, and I'm going out on a limb here, but I highly doubt that Tyler Perry is the person that he's talking about. That's my opinion. If these court documents, which were filed on the 30th of November, and we're today's the 23rd of December, and in this complaint, it says, it fully states, let's get it back where it was at the very beginning. Defendant state a claim, Christian Keys. Okay. It says that he's an American actor and writer and the author of Ladies Night, and his place of employment currently is Tyler Perry Studios. So I find it very hard to believe that he's suing somebody. Yeah, that he's suing somebody that he's currently employed in, like employed under. So it's one to, make speculations and come up with assumptions. But right here is where I'm seeing, which was about a month ago, that his current place of employment is Tyler Perry Studios. So my question is, and maybe you can answer this question, if it is that he's talking about Tyler Perry, what is it that changed in such a short space of time? Because here it is, they filed a lawsuit, they're listed in a lawsuit together, right? They didn't file a complaint, but Larry Lamont is the one who filed the complaint and put them in conjunction with each other in this court case. So, this is one piece of evidence that says that it may not be Tyler Perry. Sometimes people probably might be doing things for attention. Sometimes people do things, just because something is coming around the corner. There's so much different marketing strategies that goes on in media. You got to find ways to sell different things, but I'm not saying that's what it is. And nor am I saying that, in this situation, that the man is lying. He could be telling the truth for all we know. But I'm just saying that it doesn't have to necessarily be Tyler Perry. We know that Tyler Perry is highly influential. He is somebody that, of course, at the sound of his voice, we can recognize who he is. But what I am saying is it doesn't necessarily have to be him per se. What do you say, AJ?
That's very true. It doesn't have to be Tyler Perry. And so, for me, I'm just waiting to see, because I don't know if it's Tyler Perry. Nobody knows if it's actually Tyler Perry or not, but we would love to hear the evidence of what he has and what he, what he drummed up and what he was so pressed about to get over his chest. I mean, I'm glad he did. And again, you can't take away whatever his truth or whatever he felt. But when you are doing these things, at least, come out with it and don't half-ass or sugarcoat or make people wait all this long period of time and then have these speculations and allegations. And because now you're just dragging it. Just tell us who and what and what's happening. And let's figure out what's really going on, since you're the one that came out and told your truth, because nobody asked you about it and nobody knew that this was going on in the background. So it would just be wise for you to just say who, what, where, when, and why, But I mean, again, not because they're in a court case together or because he works for him doesn't mean that he may not have felt some type of way. So again, it just, it just leaves everything up in the air as to who, what, where, why, and what's going on. Pretty much. We shall wait and see. Okay. I'm keeping a good ear out for it.
Definitely a wait and see type situation. We can't expedite these things. It's beyond our control at the end of the day. We just have to really wait and see. We really have to wait and see exactly the end result of this, and when he turns in the evidence that he has to turn in, because here it is. And sometimes I'll be thinking this is a piggyback situation, because I see you do it, I'm gonna do it too. Because wasn't it not Cassie that had to turn in evidence to the feds the other day? Now you got to turn in evidence too. But now you feel like that's the story to get some kind of fame or some kind of clout. I'm not saying, you know what? I'm sorry, my bad. I don't want to say that, but it just seems like it. Like the optics, it could give that, because here it is. Ain't nobody ever listen. This thing was about Cassie, okay? Let's be 100% real. This situation was about Cassie and what she went through. Right? What she had to live through. And it's strange that, or it's very ironic that this situation has arisen and has made the forefront, right? But it seems as though like you're fighting to have your situation at the forefront too as well. So now not only is everybody talking about the P. Diddy and possibly TD Jakes, so we don't know that, just yet to be determined, because he came out today and he made a response that says that everything that everybody's saying is baseless and has no proof, bearing no proof. So I guess he knows that there's no videos that probably shows him, at the freak offs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Well, come on, Bishop TD. I'm not saying that she was a part of the freak offs, but I'm saying, you move a little bit kind of sugary. You know what I'm saying? Move a little bit kind of sugary a little bit. Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Niggas have you on video dancing with you. Like, come on, man. Listen, I understand that it says to go out into the world and preach and teach. That's what it said to do. It didn't say to go outside and parlay and party with such. It said to go out and preach and teach. What were you teaching, sir? What were you teaching? What you teach? Listen.
You gonna teach them how to dance?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm sure at a certain age you should know how to dance.
Come on now.
But you would pass. I mean, I'm not going to say that pastors or anybody they don't dance or whatever. But I mean, really and truthfully, what would you be doing at a Diddy party?
Right, and you know that everybody said that. Oh yeah, that's a freaky party. That's a freak party. It'd be freakiness going on out there, and the Diddy parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you find your way in a party after you hear the worldwide speculation. Do you hear the worldwide things that people have to say about Diddy? But we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to have to continue this conversation tomorrow. We got a lot of hot topics. It's Hot Topic Weekend. And of course, it's Christmas weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying the Christmas weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas break. We're heading into a new season. We're heading into a new year at the end of the day. And this is what we're doing here on the Respective Angle Network. We're getting ourselves proactive. We're getting ourselves reactivated. And I know we've said this probably like 30,000 times, but we're trying to make sure that we're consistent here. Yes, the baby is around, the newer baby, because, we had the other baby at 6 to 7 years ago, close to 7 years now. And now we have this one, we have little baby Josh, we're starting all over again. And so we're not going to be, really too available to be doing too much things. Although we do enjoy, coming on and having a conversation and, being on the platform in which we've built, and we're not going to give up on the platform. We're going to always be here. We're going to always be doing our commentary on certain situations that do come up ever so often. And that's what we want you guys to make sure and like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell that lets you know the next time that we go live or drop content. And we want you to really stay tuned and stay connected to the Respective Angle Network. We are going to be on the Respective Angle Network is going to be on Instagram. We're also going to be we're working on our Facebook, and we're working back on the website too as well, that you can actually come on and get interactive on the website, you know what I'm saying? So that way you don't have to always really depend on YouTube and depend on Instagram. We're going to be really soon, getting ready to do the app and stuff like that. It depends on how things go and how, when our time goes along and what happens during that time. And, we're not trying to put the horse before the cart before the horse, but, we want to take our time and really build this platform in the way that it should be built. And we want you guys to even get involved and drop your comments down below and share to your friends, your family members, and everyone that you may know. Tell everybody that, Respective Angle is on. So please be sure to add us on Facebook for right now. That's the Respective Angle Show on Facebook. Add us over there. Because we're going to be getting ready to go live on our Facebook platform as well. And we're going to be on Instagram as well very soon. As I said, we're getting ready to launch on Instagram. We're actually on my personal Instagram right now, but we're getting ready to launch the Respective Angle Show's Instagram individually. So you guys can come over there if you don't feel like being on YouTube. And as well as we're going to be on Spotify. We're going to be all over the place. We're tying everything in together. It's going to be a multi-streaming type of situation. And we want you guys to show some support. And as I said, share this to your friends, your family members, your loved ones. We want you guys to get involved in the dialogue. We want you to get involved in the conversations. We want to hear what it is that you have to, what it is that you think about the situation. Drop your comments when you do come in. Make sure and hit the like button when you come in. It helps us with the algorithms. And ever so often, we're going to be coming live, as much as possible. And so that way we can rise back up in the algorithms and, have a standing place on YouTube and on all the platforms that we're going to be on. So if you're passing through on this part of the channel, this part of the video, please guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to let you know the next time that we go live or drop content. That's all we ask you to do. And that's how you show support. We ain't asking you for no Cash App. We ain't asking you for no PayPal. We're not asking you for no Venmo. We ain't asking you for no Zells. All we ask you to do is just to hit the like button, subscribe, and share to your friends, your family members, and your loved ones. And let them know that the Respective Angle Show is here. And of course, she's back up on the platform. Yes, she's back up on the platform. And AJ, any final words? Anything that you want to tell everyone before we get up out of here?
Hey guys, I know I've been in and out of the chat. I mean the video, sorry. Phone doing a lot. And but it's been this feels good coming back, doing a show. Hopefully we can try to stay somewhat consistent. We always make promises and we'll try to fulfill them at least for the year 2024. But however, I want to wish everyone out there a happy and a safe and a blessed holiday. I hope Santa brings you guys everything that you guys asked for. Of course, not Santa. I was just joking. I hope God blesses you with everything that you asked for. And until next time, love from AJ and Baby Josh.
Okay, that's from AJ and Baby Josh. So guys, as I said, guys, we're trying to be consistent, so we probably gonna pop on tomorrow because we got some more things to discuss, and we want to hear from you guys, the viewers. Let us know. Drop it in the comment section down below if there's anything that you heard about for the week, any trending topics that you want to discuss. You are more than welcome to come up on the platform. You're more than welcome to come up on the platform and ooh, what just happened just now? Okay, yeah. You're more than welcome to come up on the platform and state what it is you want to discuss. So, this dog. Until next time, guys, respect God's self and everyone else, and the world will be a better place. Love, 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 love. And guys, have a very Merry Christmas, because it's the best time of the year. Oh my golly. Have a holly jolly Christmas this year. All right, folks, enjoy your Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so we probably might be popping up on Christmas Eve. Who knows? If we don't, we don't. It's Christmas Eve. You can't hold it to us. But I hope you and your entire families enjoy the day that God has given you. Do not forget, although it's Christmas Eve tomorrow, it is a Sunday. It is Sunday. That is the Lord's Day. Now, don't get it tripped up now. That is man-made holiday. Christmas is a man-made holiday. It's not a God-given holiday. So, as we always do know, that 6 days God has given to us, and that one day we have to give back to him. So don't forget, although it's Christmas Eve, remember, double honor. Double honor. Honor God in both ways. Honor God in Christmas and honor God because you have to. That's just what it is. Honor God, guys. That's what it is. All right? So, as I said, be blessed. Don't stress. Let go, let God. And for the one that just popped up into the stream, please like, share, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next time tomorrow, and play back the replay. And guys, we gotta go.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Don't forget, guys, be blessed, don't stress, let go and let God, and respect God's self and everyone else in the world. Yeah. It'll be a better place.
It's the Respective Angle Show. It's evolved and we live. Starring AJ as a host for the culture. We cultivate, innovate. They gon' try to imitate. Don't forget to educate yourself. It could lead to some wealth. The Respective Angle Show. Tell a friend, let them know. Whoa.
Hey,
come on,
turn
let's
this shit
go.
up.